Are you jumping around from business to business? Maybe you've tried an agency, maybe you tried a YouTube channel, maybe you've tried drop shipping, eBay flipping. It could be even like rent to rents or Airbnbs. It could be loads of different things, right? Are you just hopping around from business to business? Have you actually created any success in any of one of these things? Maybe you've created like a little bit of success, maybe you earn like 20 bucks here and there, or have you most likely created nothing because you just haven't invested deep enough into one thing. This is the topic I want to discuss today because I've been in this situation where I've like literally tried agency, literally tried dropshipping, just exactly what I've said: eBay, Airbnbs, Amazon FBA, selling books, YouTube, like online courses, Skillshare. There's so many different like paths to success I was trying to attain, right? And what do you think happened? Do you think I became a millionaire? No, no, bro. I was broke because all my attention was split everywhere. I was chasing 10 different rabbits. And what happens when you do that? You get none, right? You need to focus all your efforts into one, put up traps, everything like that to get that one rabbit, and you'll get it. It's like 10 times likely you'll get it. If you're trying to catch 10, it's 0% chance you're going to get that, right? And the thing is, there's so much required to become successful. There's so much effort needed, so much learning needed, so much like passion, and it actually not even passion, just like so much mental focus needed to actually reach success, that you need to just pick one thing. And I was in this situation where I just kept on going through thing after thing after thing. I was thinking, that's not, yeah, I tried that for about 6 months. It's not going to work. Let me try something else. Did this now. It's not going to work. Let me do that now. Let me do drop shipping instead now. Let me do my agency actually. Let me set that up. So I spent the whole time setting this shit up, run it, make a few cold calls and such like that. And it got to a point where like, do I actually really want to do this? Nah, let me just stop that. And all of that 6 months just wasted doing like fluffy work, doing a few actual calls, realizing I didn't want to do it, and then just stopping. Like that time is just like time I'll never get back. And it's so like all the stuff I was doing was so surface level. It was so like non-deep that I couldn't get any massive learnings out of these things. Yeah, maybe I learned that I didn't want to do it, but like had I just committed to it, had I just said like, all right, this is it, put the blinkers on, this is my only thing that I'm going to do, I probably would have been successful in it because I would have put like harnessed everything like I was out in the world just experiencing would have been like honed in on this one project, right? And the thing for me is like, I like learning, I like reading, I like watching content, like personal development content, self-improvement content, like content that's going to help me advance and like help me keep learning for the rest of my life, right? So I kept going to different things, maybe like books. So I've written a book, all these different things. But with book, I need like advertising, I need marketing, which is like also why I'm doing this, because it's like building a free audience and stuff. But ultimately, it came down to like, what do I consume the most, and what can I see myself doing till the day I die, basically. And this took a long time to figure out. But once I kind of settled on it, it was actually this. It was actually YouTube. It was like a video diary almost, and where I just keep expressing what my learnings are, what my findings are when I go out into the world, and then sharing it with you guys here, so that me, myself, my family, my future legacy can see this and be like, okay, this is literally what he did like during that time. Now that this is my focus, like YouTube, this business right here, right? What I'm finding is everything in the world that I do, even not related to YouTube, relates to YouTube. This is what you call a reticular activation system. So RAC, okay? That's the abbreviation. What this means is, let's just say you break your leg and you need crutches, right? And you don't see anyone with crutches before, but all of a sudden, now you've got crutches. Wherever you go, you're seeing like every single day 10 other people with crutches. You're like, yo, there's a lot of people with crutches out here. Has that ever happened to you? Maybe it's not that. Maybe it's like you're looking for a black cab and you can't see a black cab before that, but as soon as you're like, boom, I need a black cab, you see like 3 in a 20-minute period. Like, has that ever happened to you, or something similar? Like, I don't have to give you like 10 examples. You understand what I'm trying to say, right? Once you start thinking about something, everything just starts turning up in terms of like trying to provide that thing to you. So now I can be watching an interview of someone like today, I was watching an interview with Patrick Bet-Davis and Kobe. So this was like 4 year interview, 4 years ago, this interview, but it's very, very insightful, very like sick interview basically. And all this content all these words that Kobe and Patrick Bet-David was saying, like I could then pick this up, like digest it in my mind, and now create a YouTube video. And this is the YouTube video that I'm creating because of that video that I saw today basically. And it's just like, I was watching that for my own curiosity, but now I've got a video content idea that I could put on YouTube. This could become a video asset that eventually pays me in the long run continuously, right? So this is what I'm trying to say. And that's just like one little thing. And that's kind of related because it is on YouTube. Now, I could be at a family barbecue and I overhear my auntie saying something about something, right? It could be like a recipe that she found from a TikTok, for example, right? Now, that little nugget of information I can then extrapolate on and be like, actually, TikTok is blah, 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 and go into that recipe, ask her a bit more about it. And now, if when I go and watch the same video as she's seen, for example, I've heard something that they've said in this video that in that video that I could capture as like a little quote or a little nugget of wisdom and produce as another video for you guys, thus increasing my assets on this YouTube channel, increasing my increasing my monetization in the long run, and then providing me more content as well as money through this YouTube business that I've decided to commit to, right? And now everywhere I go, I'm picking up nuggets. Like even today, this day, I've collected 10 different notes on my iPhone. 10 notes that I can create. Like each note is its own video idea, which is what I'm recording right now. Like this is the power of just harnessing your focus. And so Kobe in this situation, he was like, I'm reading books on this, I'm having experiences here. But because his whole focus was basketball, he's able to kind of have a conversation here that helps him on the court when he's like doing drills and actually in the game, because like his whole focus is basketball. So everything else in the world, whether it's non-related to basketball, relates to basketball in some way for him, because his reticular activation system is finding all these little nuggets that he wouldn't have found otherwise if he wasn't so invested in this one thing, which was basketball. But you can do the same thing. You don't have to be Kobe Bryant, right? But this is just, you can just adopt part of this mindset, which is pick something. It doesn't matter what it is, something that you can think you can do for the rest of your life, or at least for at least 10 years at least, right? Do that, and now shut out all other options for business or for anything else that you want to go for. Like it could be fitness, it could be like getting better with women, it could be getting better at a relationship or communication or public speaking, etc. Whatever it is, right? Once you found it, commit for 10 years minimum. Now block out everything else. Everything you do now outside of that will relate to that. The world will give you what you need to have in that moment to fulfill that goal, because of the reticular activation system working for you rather than against you. See, the problem with all this like surface level focus, you never get deep enough for this reticular activation system to start working and bringing you ideas on a constant basis, on a daily basis. That's why today I've got 10 different video ideas that I can record right now in this setting. It's a bit too late for that, to be honest, but like I've got 10 video ideas to record in the next day or so, right? And that is like me condensing my work and getting more done in that period of time as well. You see how it's all like forming together. Once you really commit to something, you put the blinkers on and you just focus, everything will start coming together for you for that specific goal. I hope that helps. Hope that kind of like gives you some inspiration into what you can do, because it definitely works.